Welcome you to tonight's first WSL game with Andinas versus Northern Hawks FC. And for the Andinas, Noi Pacao, Emma Yelas, Gina Camila Jimenez, Ingrid Gomed Basalo, Marcela de Souza, Maria Malero, Sam Nara, Chloe McGlynn, and Deborah Castillo. And then for the Northern Hawks, Chloe Taylor, Anna Tan, Kayla McCulloch, Nicaela Hughes, Amber Dennis, Caitlin Balanka, and Danielle Petch. Balanka's ball through the middle, working it back out to Tan. Tan now driving down the line, just not able to get past Malero there. Tan looking for Balanka at the back. Balanka's there, has the shot straight away. Not too much. And not troubling the Andinas goalkeeper too much there. As the ball through the middle, finding the Andinas target. But now Tan moves now for the Northern Hawks, going all the way back to Balanka. Balanka switching it wide, just missing her teammate there. Of Taylor, just missing the pass there. Going back to Pacao. Good ball through to... Good ball through there to ELS as she has the shot, but as Balanka did earlier, not troubling the goalkeeper too much. Now Balanka, Tan, Taylor. Going back to Balanka. Has Hughes. Hughes switches to Taylor once again, goes through the middle for Tan. Great reverse. Does hit the hand, but ball to hand in that situation. Comes off the legs there, but Yelas is there to clear. Tan with the touch. Going through the middle for the Andinas forward. And now Andinas can break here. As Balanka doing her defensive duties well. As the ball carried forward by Nara as she beat out Tan and drove down the line and got Andinas in a very good position now. For Basalo, ball off the line. Balanka. Back for Taylor. For Tan. Tan flicks down the line for Hughes. Hughes with a good touch. Back to Taylor. Switching to Balanka. Pressed by Nara. Balanka. Driving through. Taylor has a bit of space down the line, but touch taken. Sorry, Taylor had space down the line there, but Balanka touch taken away from her. Now Yelas looking for the line, but switching straight across to Basalo. Basalo going to go down the line for Yelas. Yelas having Nara through the middle, looked for it, but now here's Taylor as Tan picked it up in the middle, but now Andinas can turn on the halfway line with Nara going down the line, trying to play it through, and still chasing there was the Andinas forward Malero. Just hoping to get on the end of that one. Here's Yelas now going through for Basalo. Basalo having Malero through the middle, but Balanka doing her duties defensively. No. Only as far as Hughes. Now Hughes can go through, but Pukao was there. Goes for Basalo. Basalo now has space to drive. Pressed by Tan. Can go through Malero, but straight over the roof of the net there as Petch. Happy to watch it go. Belanca. Through for Tan. Straight for Hughes. Picked up by Malero there now. Andinas can move. Still going Malero. But Hughes there doing well defensively. Coming off the foot of Basalo in the end. Now Hughes. Goes through for Belanca. Great ball. Unlucky there by Belanca as Basalo picks up. And Belanca now one-on-one there with Yilas. Drives away past. Can she be Pukao? And a great save there by Pukao there to deny the opening goal of the game as Belanca picks it up on the halfway line in a one-on-one, beats Yilas going down the left side. But Andinas keeper ready for it at her near post, turning it away for a Hawks corner. Belanca fakes and a great shot again there by Hawks as Taylor's attempt looks to go across the goal for that top right-hand corner. But the Andinas keeper was ready for it again. Now Taylor. Touch taken away now. Here's Belanca. Leaves it for Hughes. Hughes going for Taylor. Taylor going back to Hughes. Belanca's free on the right-hand side here if she can get it. But no, Yilas now. As Hughes doing well defensively. Belanca's deep but finds Tan. Tan can turn. Has Taylor drifting down the line. Goes inside still. Still going Taylor. Sorry, still going Tan as the ball finds its way to Taylor. Tan and Taylor now trying to win it, and they do for the Northern Hawks as Basalo pressed into that corner in that 2-on-1. Belanca drifting inside. Has the strike. Easy save there for Pukao. As she goes long for Yilas. Still going Yilas, doing well. Basalo finding Yilas. She tries to play down the line. Belanca picking up now. Beating Malero as she only has Nareth. As Tan now checks out of the game for the first time. As McCulloch comes in for her. And then Dennis comes in for Hughes. Goes back for McCulloch. Switching for Dennis. Finding Taylor. Back to McCulloch. Belanca. And for the Andinas as McGlynn comes on for Nara. As Yilas picks it up with McGlynn going down that right-hand side. The pass needs to be earlier, and there it is. McGlynn just about finding that back post. As a good move from the Andinas. Ends up with them coming very close to their opening goal of the game. But the pass from Yilas could have been a bit earlier. Setting themselves up for a good attack, but here's going now with the Northern Hawks is with Belanca now for Dennis. As it's well done now, McGlynn's got it. If she can turn and play Yilas, but she loses out to Taylor now as Malero goes for it. Comes off Malero in the end for Taylor. As Basalo checks out and Jimenez comes into the game.
When Chloe does that, you've got to be moving. Amber in front.
Taylor. Back to Belanca. Goes down the line, but
Halfway.
pass not met by a teammate. Pucao now with the ball for the Andinas as it goes to Jimenez. Over to Yilas, finding a teammate across the pitch, but Dines with a good press as Malera now putting a one-on-one there with McCulloch. And now Jimenez trying to bypass the line, and ball goes out there. Goes back to Belanca. Belanca shoots. Just over the bar there by Belanca. Long ball thrown. Yilas collects. A little bit of tricks. Comes off the foot of McCulloch in the end there. McGlynn goes to Yilas. Trying to find Jimenez. Does in the end now. Belanca. With McCulloch. Switching to Taylor. Taylor now to McCulloch. Pressed by McGlynn. McCulloch bypasses one. Bypasses two. Goes through for Dines. Dines now has the chance and hits deflected. And now a great ball through. Finds Yilas. And now Malero is through. Just unable to find her finish there as Dines gets across to block in the end. Malero for Yilas. Yilas has the strike. Deflected. Three for Yilas, saved by the keeper. Long ball blocked out by Jimenez as Malero picks up, goes for Yilas, goes all the way down the line there for Malero as she tries to dribble through two and works out in the end, and there's Dines just to clean up for Andinas and then nutmegs Malero. Belanca goes for McCulloch. Finds Taylor. Taylor now pressed by Yilas. Beats one. Goes for the two. But now it's McGlynn driving down the line. Here, under my foot. McGlynn receiving back again. Great ball through. And Malero just trying to get to Yilas, and it does in the end, but the touch just not there from Yilas. Hughes and Tan check back into the game as Belanca and Taylor take their first step out. Tan finds the nest and a great bit of space there. But here's Malero, but Hughes done brilliantly. But it goes all the way back to Yilas. McGlynn switches the ball, goes for Jimenez. And it's a no goal there as the ball went out in the end there. I got a little confused for a second. But here's Tan. McCulloch, and great ball down the line for Hughes. First time shot. Great catch by the Andinas keeper, Pucao. McGlynn goes for Yilas. For McGlynn now, who's still got the ball. Yilas. Jimenez. Switching for McGlynn. Oh, wow, what a ball through. And what a finish! Brilliant ball through there by Chloe McGlynn as their finish from Emma Yilas matches as her run track to the back post was, or edge of the box was not tracked there by anyone from the Northern Hawks as she has an open tap beating the Northern Hawks goalkeeper to make this 1-0 to the Andinas. And here's Dines. Back again.
That was a good ball, Amber.
Miguelin. Basalo back into the game. It's Jimenez now. Goes back to Basalo. Into the gaps out the front. And now Jimenez down the line. And D'Souza blocks as McGlynn now picks up, but missed touch goes back to McCulloch. As Tan loses out, now McGlynn driving down the line through the middle, but Petch picks up. Hughes. Now McCulloch. Now Dines.
Just calm, Amber. Simple. Good.
McCulloch down the line for Hughes. Back post was on, but Picard was there. Long for McGlynn, who's on now. But Petch done very well off a line. And left for Basalo. This goes to Jimenez. McGlynn. Basalo hitting straight through. Back to Belanca. Finds Tan. McGlynn now driving. Just unable to beat Tan now. Starlow's shot blocked there. And now Belanca. Ball goes out of play. Belanca goes for Tan. Now McCulloch has Belanca down the line. Belanca keeps it. Still going, Belanca has Dines. Dines unable to get past Basalo, goes all the way back to Tan. Tan trying to drift through the space, but D'Souza blocks.
Kaylin, come here. Kaylin, get the ball to Kaylin. Amber, stay there.
And the 4 seconds just about up. Ooh, and the ref was close to giving it. But now Belanca goes through for Dines. As Belanca's doing well now. Just unable to beat Jimenez.
Anna, make sure you're in front.
And deflected.
Yes, Anna, bad luck.
And Tan doing well, but now it's Nara. Can she get the second? But Petch done well once again. Keeping the scores tied at 1-0.
Anna, press.
D'Souza over to Jimenez, pressed by Belanca, but now Tan. But here's D'Souza still, has the hit, blocked, now Nara. Flicks for Basalo. And doubled up, and Belanca comes away with it. As she's now drifting through.
Kayla, move right. Kayla, go right.
And no foul called by the refs, and it was the right call.
Emma, press.
Basalo, now Jimenez goes through. Petch goes long.
Kayla, press her. Anna, press. Amber, step. Amber, step in front of her. So she can't get it to her feet.
And now Jimenez free down the line. And just missing there, but Blanca now trying to go with it.
Anna, Anna, press the 4. Anna, press the number 4. Amber, here. Emma.
Basalo goes down the line.
Anna, go that. Yeah, Anna, go that side. Kaylin, come here. Emma, give the ball to
And Castillo checks in for Jimenez. Blanca.
go on one-on-one. Kayla, give the ball and go away. Anna, stay.
Dines. And handball against the Andinas.
Anna, stay there. Kayla. Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Blanca. Blanca now driving down the side. Hits through the middle.
Kayla, well done. Anna, Anna.
Yeah, he's doing it. Castillo trying to go down the line.
Well done, Kayla. Anna, Amber, next. Anna, press. Kayla, you gotta go cover. Kayla, you gotta go cover.
And Dines does well. But Basalo coming out in the end there. As Nara drifts inside. Leaves to Basalo. And Basalo's shot dragged wide. As Tan and Dines come off for Taylor and Hughes. Taylor for McCulloch. McCulloch going to Blanca. Big switch through was open, but a short back pass finds Nara as she tries to play through.
Nikki, step towards the ball.
And the shot by Yelas, saved by Petch. Ball still kept as Hughes tries to break down the line, just not able to keep the ball in play. As Castillo plays through to Basalo, who finds Jimenez. Now Jimenez's ball down the line, picked up by Taylor. Hughes,
Go with her.
just a heavy pass through to McCulloch.
Press, Nikki, press the 8. Nikki, Chloe, come here. Nikki, press the 8. Up there, go.
Castillo goes back to the keeper. As it's a great ball through, bypassing the Northern Hawks press now. As the ball finds Basalo through and Blanca goes through the back. Yelas drifting through, just about beating Taylor. And now Taylor. If she can get this through.
Chloe, well done. Kayla, well done.
And Blanca doing well there, winning.
Ball.
And they do, yes, they do win the side ball, Northern Hawk. As Blanca's free, as Malero went to start attacking.
Go 5.
As Castillo just lumps it up to no one.
She was never 5. Look, stop the count and ask her to step away. Chloe, kick the ball into the defender. Go.
As 50 seconds left on this half, as Blanca moving the ball forward. Northern Hawks finds Taylor through the middle, goes back to McCulloch, back to Blanca. Blanca going through to McCulloch, the ball through to Blanca, just missed. It goes back to Yelas for Andinas. Here's Basalo. Basalo back to Yelas, back to Basalo down this left-hand side, goes all the way across to Yelas as she now drives up for Andinas. Still not crossing the halfway line as Andinas look to just keep the ball and ride out this half as Basalo fakes out Blanca, drives through, and a misplaced pass there by Basalo as Blanca gets aggressive against the opposition, and now McCulloch goes back to Blanca. Hughes, 15 seconds left. Can we see an equalizer? Blanca switching through to Hughes, and it wasn't a bad ball. 10 seconds. 10 seconds left on the clock here. Can Northern Hawks find their equalizer before half time? Neither team used a timeout in this first half as well, as the ball just drifted through everyone and just unfortunately beating that back post in the eyes of Northern Hawks. As Picao goes long, Petch comes off a line. Petch clears well. As she clears her line once again. As Andinas now keep the ball and look to ride out this half. Basalo hits long, and that will be the half. And we will see you back. We will see you back here just after this short break.
Futsal WA has social futsal competitions 5 nights a week at Mount Lawley and West Perth. Whether you're an individual or have a group of mates who want to play, there's a junior, men's, women's or mixed competition that will suit you. Contact us to get involved in futsal, an action-packed sport and the fastest growing sport in Australia.
the second half here as Andinas lead the Northern Hawks 1-0 here. As an exciting first half, hopefully it translates to a second as Hughes now breaks for Balanka, now having Taylor at the back post, pressed by Yelas. Yelas wins, but McCulloch watching it roll out of play. It's back to Taylor. Taylor going to Hughes. Hughes down the line for Balanka. Balanka still able to keep it as she has a shot, but a save by Pukau. Turns it off target, and another good save by the Andinas keeper. As McCulloch puts the ball down for Balanka. Leaves it for Taylor, but blocked by D'Souza. And D'Souza stopped by Balanka as she goes into the wall. And now Hughes plays through for McCulloch. McCulloch, pass intercepted by Yelas. As D'Souza's ball back through, finds no one. McCulloch goes down the line for Hughes. Hughes one-on-one. Just has the strike deflected wide. Balanka's shot good. Cleared away. McGlynn now loses out. Puts it out of play. Goes for Hughes. Hughes side ball goes to Balanka. And Balanka's pass gone wild. Finds Malero as Balanka wins there. And blocks McGlynn's long ball. Taylor beats McGlynn. Doesn't beat Yelas as McCulloch now wins. Goes to Hughes. Hughes to Balanka. Picked out by D'Souza. Hughes for Balanka. Balanka straight through the middle once again. As Hawks still trying to push for their equalizer as Malero comes off for Jimenez. As the long ball from the Andinas keeper doesn't work out as Hughes now goes to McCulloch. But Yelas is there, now McGlynn. Goes long. Goes for Taylor short. For Balanka. And Balanka's pass. Not able to find a teammate. Back for Pukau. Yelas. And the reverse pass there by D'Souza. Not able to find a teammate. Balanka, ball over the top. McCulloch. Won by the Andinas keeper. As she goes long once again, puts Andinas in a 2-on-1. But Hughes doing her defensive duties well. Goes back for Balanka. Beats one. Tan now checks on as Taylor beats D'Souza. Goes for Balanka. Balanka now has space. Strikes! Big save by Pukau once again here. As Dines checks in for... She checks in and for Hughes. Tan trying to go win it. Has D'Souza, but Dines doing well. As Dines just off balance. McGlynn goes through it for D'Souza. Dines presses now. And Blanca chasing. Good save by Pukau, who finds Yelas in space. Goes through for McGlynn. Can she keep it in? No, just unable to. McGlynn strikes and saved by Petch. Goes for Blanca. Back to Dines. Back to Blanca once again. For Tan. For Taylor. Taylor now drifting through. Blanca. Blanca doing well now, has the ball still. And Yelas picks up and finds the finish. The press from Andinas was beaten, and then Blanca and Northern Hawks. And Tan's pass intercepted by Yelas, who strikes it into that far right side. 2-0 to the Andinas with 11 minutes left on the clock. Dines turns well. And the shot by Taylor over the bar. Nara goes back through. Blanca picks up now. Back for Dines. Dines now wide for Taylor. Goes back for Blanca. Blanca's shot over the bar. And the long ball is on. And she does see it. As Basalo picks up now. And Petch off a line well. Taylor done well just to clear their lines. Basalo shot off target. As Taylor comes off for McCulloch. Basalo now. And now Tan. Kept it well. And now Yelas. Basalo goes to Nara. Finds Basalo. Goes through to Yelas. And Blanca, two-handed push into Jimenez. Blanca now has Dines through the middle, but Basalo picks up well. And it was just about a mix-up there at the back for Andinas between Pukau and Basalo, as Pukau just wanted to pick the ball up. And Blanca hits Rosed. goes short. But Picao ready once again. Yelas goes inside. Finds Basalo. Through for Nara. The ball back through. Doesn't beat McCulloch. And now Andinas. Chased well. Jimenez drops 4. Yelas is now the ball back through. Touch just wasn't there from the Andinas. Reverse ball, just unfortunate. Hughes does well. McCulloch. Castillo's ball through, just away from Basalo. Now Blanca. 8:30 left on the clock here for Northern Hawks to make their comeback as Hughes drives and goes all the way back for Blanca. McCulloch. Blocked by Jimenez, goes long. Blanca does well, but Pukau did better there as she blocked. Taylor for Tan, as Tan took a head knock during that clearance. Picao goes long. Picked up by McCulloch as it goes back to Blanca. Blanca with time goes back to Petch. Petch goes for Hughes. Hughes to McCulloch as Blanca now has space to drive. For Blanca. Switches for Hughes. Hughes down the line for Taylor. Missed pass. And wow, what a strike, but what a save from Pukao. As she steps off a line for Blanca's strike and gets her fingertips to it, pushing it around that post. Great save there. McCulloch goes back. Taylor wins. Blocked by McGlynn as Blanca has her shot. McCulloch leaves for Blanca, rolls back. Foul called. Goes for Blanca. Trying to go through for Hughes, blocked by Nara. Here's Castillo. Castillo goes back. Switching for McGlynn. McGlynn through the middle, picked up by McCulloch. Taylor keeps it in well, but only as far as McGlynn. Now Blanca picks up, spins, doesn't beat Nara though. A 6:41 on the clock. Northern Hawks down 2-0. Can Andinas shut them out here, or will Northern Hawks find their way back in as Blanca shoots? McGlynn goes long. Hughes does well. McCulloch goes back. McCulloch once again. Through to Taylor. Taylor for Belanca now, who has the space to drive. Has her hit blocked by McGlynn, who puts it out for a corner. And Belanca's shot blocked. Hughes blocks. Belanca shoots, blocked again. And now Taylor with the ball goes back for Belanca, who turns, has Hughes, goes through, but McGlynn's there as Belanca presses Castillo. Hughes comes away with it, but Nara now, and Hughes still going, both of them. And the save by Pukau again's a good one. Hits off of Pukau's head, but again, another big save. Hughes. Taylor leaves it. Belanca Rosed once again. Andinas go long. Malero wins it. Castillo hits through. And Malero keeps it in. Belanca wins it now as Taylor drives. Goes back to McCulloch. Dines. McCulloch goes for Dines. It goes to McCulloch. Over to Belanca. Dines. Ball blocked, goes through. And Pukau can keep. Goes long. As Dines does well defensively. McGlynn, ball through. Petch goes short for Belanca. Yilas plays the 1-2 with Belanca, who drifts inside. Has the shot, but Pukau once again off her line well and keeps Hawks to nil still. Without those important saves, Hawks would be leading at this point. Corner ball. And Pukau is winning this game here for Andinas, as without her impressive saves in the last 5 minutes, they'd be either equal or behind at this point. Goes back to Belanca. She drifts inside. McGlynn now wins, as McCulloch and Petch both racing for it, and Petch wins. Hits Hughes, who has a good touch, and goes through, but no one's there. As Northern Hawks just have lost their fight in the last few minutes here. McGlynn's shot blocked by Belanca. Goes back to Castillo. Castillo lays off for McGlynn. McGlynn goes all the way through to Malera, but missed. Now Belanca, and goes far long, but Yilas and Hughes in a running race. As Castillo checks out for D'Souza. He's back for Pukau. Pukau looking long. Unable to find Malera there. And a timeout called by Northern Hawks. And we'll be back with you just after the break. here from Northern Hawks now as they try to regain the deficit. Petch through. And Petch scores! 2-1 here as the deadlock's been broken. And it comes from the most unusual way with the keeper in the corner finding the finish. Petch with a beautiful finish, beating Pukao. And the game has been flipped on its head here, 2-1 to Andinas. Still, can they hold out or will they crumble? Shot and an incredible save there by Smith. And 2-1 the score here with Northern Hawks just finally getting their goal. And now Andinas moving well. McCulloch and Basalo now. Goal, Andinas! The deficit was halved with Petch, but now Andinas strengthen their lead once again. Not even 10 seconds after their goal have Andinas found their finish again. Goes for Hughes. Hughes back to McCulloch. 3:30 left on the clock. Can Petch replicate what she did earlier as Belanca now with the ball? Goes into the corner for Hughes. And Hughes off target. Petch now has to sprint back to her goal if she's going to get anything near it. And she wins it! And Petch going for her second. Deciding not to run back for goal, but to start pressing high. Petch goes all the way back from McCulloch. Can switch to Belanca. Belanca, can she cut in and have a shot? She shoots, but blocks. Hughes. Belanca. Back to McCulloch. Belanca. Hughes goes back to Belanca once again. Fifth man working well for Hawks earlier. Taylor goes back to McCulloch. McCulloch. Taylor, Petch in the corner, goes all the way back to Taylor. And Taylor for Hughes. As Hughes' header puts herself off target. And Petch off. If Malero gets any touch, it's a goal, and it is! Malero makes it 4. As Petch, unable to get back in time as she decides to full court press, but it didn't work out like last time as Pukao, instead of going short, finds Malero long as they get their finish for 4. And it looks to be gone here as Andinas look to finish out this game strong. Belanca, can they find her? They do. She can have a shot. Instead, waits, goes to McCulloch. McCulloch back to Belanca. Has the shot saved by Pukao. Switches for Taylor. Can they find Petch in the corner? They can. First time ball through would have worked. But now Taylor goes over to Belanca. Belanca, can she switch wide? No, goes through the middle and has a shot herself, but blocked As Balanka still going and deflected wide for a corner. No. It looked to be heavily deflected, but the ref closer says no. As Petch gets back in time. And now McCulloch lifts it over. Jimenez does well to clear. 2:04 left on the clock. 4-1 to Andinas. Hopefully they can keep their lead here. In the corner's free. Hughes lifted it. If she had kept it low, it might have been a goal. Keeper's ball. 150 left. 3 goals down. What can Hawks do here? Verse through, finds Hughes, blocked by Jimenez there as it rolls off, and they're going to make a big switch over to Taylor as Balanka. Time still ticking down here for Northern Hawks. Petch. Picau could shoot if she wants, and she does. It's just off target, but it's not a bad effort in the end there, as Petch was far off her line. And Balanka receives. Down the line for Tan. Back for Balanka. 1:15 left, has the strike deflected. And now the goal is free, and it looks to be just off target there from Picau. .108 left on the clock. Taylor. Through for McCulloch. McCulloch over to Balanka. Switches for Taylor. Has the hit, but only as far as Yildiz, as Tan works well. And no foul called. And that hand. And Picau's collection wasn't outside the box either. Balanka once again, 40 seconds, has the hit. Balanka still going, finds McCulloch, loses out now. Jimenez goes to Basalo. And the foul by Balanka. Could this be a Dogzo red card for Balanka, as Basalo did have the chance to go through? Bringing Basalo down did put herself off, but the refs decide no card here. 30 seconds left. And Andinas do look to be the winners in tonight's only WSL game here at Perth Mod. Can they add an extra here before the final whistle? As Basalo over the ball. Malero. Shot. Saved by Petch. McCulloch. Press. Now Balanka has it. Now Balanka goes for Petch, and the ball doesn't find it. And Andinas come away 4-1 winners here against the Northern Hawks. And we will see you for our next game, which will be Phoenix Futsal versus Sterling Braza Jinga in the first of 2 MSL games here at Perth Mod.